Hello, hello, hello! It is I, Ilamore, and you join me for one of my last videos on the Settlers 2 10th Anniversary Edition. Today we're looking at the headquarters. This is the penultimate edition, penultimate meaning second to last, always a fun word, and the next video will be on just some tips and tricks that I've picked up during the series. So yeah, the headquarters. Join me as I look at this very important building. As you can see, our headquarters is a tier 3 building, so it takes up this amount of land, and you can build around it, of course, as per usual, but you can't move it. The headquarters is limited to particular spots, and each map has certain positions that you can start in, but you can't move your headquarters from those spots. That's actually one of the things I like least about the Settlers 2 10th Anniversary Edition. I wish you had more freedom of where to place your headquarters. The headquarters contains all of your starting materials, and the amount of materials you get depends on the difficulty level, and that's really the only difficulty level apart from the AI difficulty of your various enemies. But this is the minimum that you get when you start. You get 12 logs and 22 planks, which essentially is 34 planks, 34 stone, 10 food, and a limited number of other jobs. You also get 25 soldiers, and enough builders, etc., to easily make a start. And you'll see that your hands, just like in every stock house, will increase the rate of about 1 every 6 seconds until it reaches 100. And once you get to 100, it stops increasing. So you never run out of people. But a headquarters is not just a stronghold. You can set defenders on your headquarters. It's the only building that does this dual kind of both logistics and military side, and you can choose to have your soldiers enter the headquarters defense, and you can choose how many of each soldier that you want. Clicking on these buttons, by the way, does absolutely nothing. But yeah, if you choose to have 15 privates, then again, about once every 6 seconds, a private, if you have them, will join your defense force. And you can see the number of privates available to go out into the world shrinks, because they're now going to be in your headquarters. If we choose to take it down, they all get replaced, and so we've got the 26 here once again. As soon as we get some corporals, those will go up, and the same for all of these. So early game, it's probably a good idea to start getting a few of these soldiers, and it's also really good for a counter-attack. If you see someone making a push for your base, you might just want to retreat before them, make it look like you're weak, but actually load up on your generals and officers here so that they overextend, and then when they reach your headquarters, you obliterate them. You then take these down so you have more soldiers available, and you go out and you rip them apart down probably the pathway that they formed to get to you. It's a nice strategy. Just like the storehouses, you can choose to block things from coming into the headquarters if you don't want them to come in. And this is a good idea once you start expanding your base and you have other stockhouses, especially things like swords and shields, weapons. You don't want these coming in, so you block them from your headquarters so that your soldiers can be formed elsewhere, and you do that with your coins as well. You can also force things to come out. So right now we're going to force everything out of our headquarters. This takes a long time. Be careful if you're doing this. Same thing with your people. You can send them out. You can do that individually. So if we wanted to get rid of all our levelers, we could send them out individually, and they'll go out. If they've got nowhere to go, they will just wander around and eventually die. So off he goes. He's going to die in about 3 minutes. And of course, you can do that for all of them. You can, using this button at the bottom, you can apply to all. But we don't want all our guys to die, so let's let them back in and probably try and win the game. Contrary to popular belief, once a stronghold is destroyed, that's not the end of the game. You can survive without a stronghold because your storehouses and everything can keep you going. But suffice to say, if your headquarters is destroyed, you're probably in big trouble, and the end of the game is most likely near. Destroying an opponent's headquarters is really your aim on the way to victory. and having your own headquarters destroyed should be something that you avoid at all costs. So although your stronghold is really important and certainly at the beginning of the game will be the center of your economy, you do want to diversify as much as you can. Try and keep things away from the headquarters after a while so that it doesn't become a blockage in your system. I hope you've enjoyed this very quick video on the headquarters. If you know anything else about the headquarters, please do let me know. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next and final episode of this series.